What the f? Dye my hair red so that in the sun it can look red. It's summer and I needed a little change, but not that big of a change. So my hair is red right now, but only under the sunlight. Because I was dyeing my hair, I was like, might as well put some roller pins in them. So I did add like a couple of roller pins, and they did not make it through because what the f. And the weather's really nice outside, so I feel like getting ready. You know those like beauty secrets that you have, and when you get old and then your grandma tells you, oh, like my beauty secret was this. I think I'm gonna take this one to the grave with me. Putting yourself out there takes so much effort. I mean, it's not easy. You might as well be watching this video right now, but the courage it takes to put yourself out there in front of everyone to watch, everyone to see, and make their own little judgments and not give a shit about what anyone thinks is really hard. But once you get comfortable in being uncomfortable, I feel like that's when you get all the sweet fruit from, because nothing seems as big and challenging anymore, and you really don't give a shit about what this person is thinking. And I feel like in society, we're often prone to make ourselves fit for other people.
Just admit you're stupid and don't know what you're talking about.
I'm stupid and I don't know what I'm talking about.
We're never taught to make ourselves fit for ourselves. What do we want to do? Like what? So living for yourself is so important. And a lot of my friends come up to me and they're like, oh, it's so hard to find a partner these days. Everyone is this, everyone is like that. People are not loyal, men are not loyal, women are not loyal. I've heard it all. One piece of advice I'm willing to give to a person who is actively looking for a relationship right now, from a person who has been in a relationship for like 6 years now. I know I'm 22 and already in a 6-year relationship. It's because it just worked out and, you know, we were compatible really easily. I wish I invested more time into myself. In my relationship right now, I still have growth to explore myself and know who I am. I still have a lot of that space, which I'm so grateful for, which should be the norm, by the way. But a lot of these people don't have that path. Do we really know ourselves? Like, think about it. I did not know who I was. I still halfway don't know. I'm still working on it. I just was never encouraged to, you know, love myself or like be myself. For people who are looking for relationships, how about you like date yourself and know who you are first? Like, work on things that you need to work on and appreciate things that need to be appreciated about yourself. And then when you're ready and you know who you are, you will look for that partner who deserves this best version of you. And then you intertwine and you link and then you make life happen. Your little goals should be done before going into a relationship, because once you step into a relationship, your goals are definitely going to get divided. You want to be in your feminine energy, receiving everything, but at the same time, you don't want to give that impression of, I need you in order to survive. You are my only way for me to receive this. No, that's not what you want. You want to receive, but you want to also hustle on the side, right? I might actually turn this into lessons I've learned at the age of 22. Period. I think we're on like lesson number 3 now. Lesson number 3, I've realized that people are selfish. Everyone is looking out for themselves. No one is actually giving a shit about what you're doing at the moment. Like literally right now as we speak, no one gives a shit about you. Everyone has their own life. Everyone's world revolves around them. So it really doesn't matter of what he or she's thinking, because he got his own problems, she got her own issues. We all have our own shit and we all have to move forward. So I suggest you be selfish yourself, because at the end of the day, I've realized from being the biggest people pleaser I've ever met in my entire life was me. Like, I really could not. I swear it was hurting me so bad. You are you. And obviously you might want more, and that's normal. No one's gonna be so selfless and give you a piece of their success to you. Everyone's up for their own shit, babes. Really. No one gives a shit. I'm not saying it and like be selfish when it comes to everything. Obviously be selfish in a humble way. You obviously want to share a little bit. So be selfish but in a humble way. Really. that guilt of, oh my god, I'm such a bitch, I'm taking up all the space, but really, that space was meant for you, girl. An example, like a live example that I've been through so many freaking times, it's like not even funny. Like, I look at myself like a joker. Like, how did I let that happen to me? Like, what? But it's okay because we learned a lesson, so it's fine. You know, that was the old me. She didn't know, it's fine. But for example, if you're putting someone before you and then that person already values themselves and they are selfish but in a good way, it's obviously gonna come out to you as bad because you're expecting to receive the same energy, but you're not because that person is putting themselves first. So it's gonna come off to you as like a clashing energy where they seem like they're really selfish and then you are like, oh well, I did this for you, and then you just want to think about yourself. It's only gonna ruin, it's like only in your head, it's only gonna ruin your perspective. So it's really not worth it. Number 4, or lesson number 4 that I've learned at the age of 22 is don't fix broken relationships more than, let's say, once. Now, if you are in a relationship where there's tough love, now I feel like a lot of relationships have their little tough love situation. I feel like I'm talking more than getting ready. When I say relationships, I don't just mean boy and girl relationships. I mean sister relationships, dad and mom relationships, friends, family, cousins, any kind of relationship basically. Now, for example, all relationships have their up and down. Like not one relationship ever has been like that perfect relationship where you haven't argued or done anything. But it's normal to have your ups and downs. Like, it's really normal to have a fight and then make up the next day or the next 2 days. Like, it's fine. But if you know that there's been issues and that person is not respecting the way you feel and is just juggling and playing around with your emotions, you've tried to communicate 1,000 times and you're just not getting it. Let's say something happens and you stop contact for a bit. Let's say for stopping contact, one of you two reaches out. You reach out to the relationship and be like, hey, I want to fix it. I didn't mean it. I'm sure you did not mean what you said, whatever. You do that once, things go back to normal, and then let's say it happens again. That's your sign to leave because you've already put in the effort to fix it, and then the fact that you're doing it the second time, it shouldn't have happened again to begin with because you had your first chance, both of you guys, to like keep it running steady and like, you know, understanding your boundaries. If that's not happening at this point, it's just straight up disrespect. It could be either from your part or it could be either from their part. Don't try to fix a broken relationship if it has been like maximum. It shouldn't happen more than once. It's your sign to leave.
There's the door. There's the door, bitch!
Because we all deserve people who respect us and love us for who we are, and we're obviously not settling for less because here we don't settle for less. We deserve what we get. We get what we deserve. And we don't want no shitty relationships dictating our lives, especially the ones you can have control. Just cut them off. Really. If you need this, cut them off. And I know who you're thinking about. Cut them off. Cut them off. People are replaceable so easily. So I know it's going to seem tough in the moment, but trust me, from experience, it will get better. The next lesson that I've learned is actually very similar to what I just said, is figuring out what talents you have, like what skills do you have. Like, it's so important to build your skills up. So, you know, because everyone has skills. Everyone in this world is competing and it's so important to have a good skill. So really working on like one skill at least, not out of a job or school, like just on your personal project, you should have a skill that you're actively working on. Helps you be unique and, you know, be your own person, and it's a very good self-development activity to do for yourself. Lesson number, I can't fucking remember which lesson is this. What lesson is this? I think this is lesson number, hold on. Honestly, I'm losing track on what lesson I'm on. So I'm just gonna write it on the screen. Yeah? I think that should. I'll figure it out later when I'm editing it. Anyways, my next lesson that I've learned is never tell a person how much success you're earning up to or how much money you're making, especially when it comes to friends. Sometimes you want to, I feel it, like you want to show it off, like all the effort you're putting in, and you need that validation. Like you want to tell people, like, oh, I made this much the other day and I did this and that. So stop telling people your little success trips that you're getting, because we don't want evil eye. And so I believe in the evil eye 100%. For example, if someone has bad intentions, I 100% believe that that will reflect on me, and I really don't want negative energy. So really trying to like keep it down as much as you can. No one needs to know. Like they'll see you like perform it up, they'll see you grow, but they don't really personally need to know from you that you should get your validation from yourself and not from anybody else. That's a number title right here because I can't keep up. I think it's 7, I'm not sure, but anyways, when it comes to your looks and when it comes to like taking care of your looks, just do it, because I feel like really when I get ready, I feel 10 times better and I'm so much more motivated. I don't get ready, like put on like my makeup, whatever, for me to like get like my like compliments, let's say. I mean, I do get complimented. I'm not like putting on my face to get complimented. It makes me move on with my day so much faster, and it motivates me to just be out of the house because I'm ready to do anything, whatever. So when you're ready and clean and fresh, you'll be on the go from anywhere, anytime. So you're saving so much time. So putting effort into your physical self or your physical look is really not a bad thing, as how some people make it come off as like, oh my god, she's wearing a lot of makeup, she's probably insecure. That's not correct, because it's mostly about, for me, because I feel awesome when I look awesome. And I know I look awesome. Yeah. Believe it or not, it might be a little controversial, but your looks do matter. I feel like your looks matter so heavy. Your looks do matter. It sucks. It's the society we're living in right now, but to a certain extent in life, your looks will help you proceed in life a little faster, is what I've learned. But the thing is, looks don't last forever, so use it to your advantage right now. And when you're getting old, don't get ahead of that. Like, you have to accept yourself aging. Like, I have come to accept that whatever way I will age, I will like truly look awesome. Like, that's just the way it is. It's just that don't get too ahead of yourself, because all of us are gonna get old one day and we're not gonna look the same. So appreciate your beauty at the moment right now, because you're not gonna have it forever, girl. Be careful of who you surround yourself with, because a lot of people might be showing the best for you, but really are like fully, this thing is like peeling off, so I'm just gonna peel this off. I don't know why I said it didn't hurt at all. See what I mean? Like, my lips are lined. But yeah, not everyone around you has good intentions, so be really careful, because you don't want to let that project on you, especially, it could be anyone. Like, people want to have what you have. That keeps meowing, so let me go open the door because he's being annoying. Come. What? You want to come up? Okay. Yeah, people can latch onto your energy, and the moment they see you fall down, trust me, there are people waiting in line to pick up after you and take your shit and go. So, they say that they're going to be there for you, but they're really not going to be there for you, because they will just take advantage of your situation and think of you as little as time goes by. Also learn from experience. Yeah, like some people are creepy, especially when it comes to men. People around you, what they think of you, what they like, not everyone puts out what they like in front of you as soon as you meet them, but as Like as time goes by, and if you're around that one person for a while, you're able to see how weird they are. Like people are weird. Yeah, be careful because people are creeps, and you never know what anyone is thinking. So you always got to keep your guard up. Like never ever let your guard down unless you're with a person or a circle that you feel safe in, and girl, it's creepy. Why is my cat licking the box? Yusuf, what are you doing? He's licking the shelf. Yeah, be nice to everyone. Be friendly and welcoming. You obviously don't be a bitch. Because no one likes bitches. But, be welcoming and be friendly. Like, be like a gentle woman. You see, when I say be nice to people, I'm not saying like be friendly like a clown entertaining everyone. Like, you want to be like able to bring up a conversation with everyone and be like chill and relaxed and, like make the other person build their trust enough for them to come to you if they need to, but also be a little private. It's all about being mysterious. I'm really working on being mysterious, but like a nice mysterious girl, like I know her, but do I really know her? That's what you want to get off. Networking. Now, I am growing up, right? I turned 22. My cat wants to leave, one sec. As I was saying, I am growing up, right? Like I swear to God, I was 17 last year and now I'm 22. Like I don't know how that works. How does that work? Connecting with the right people is so important. Like being social itself. Like I was that person before. I was like, oh, I'm not a very social butterfly. I'm an introvert and I don't like to meet and hang out with new people. But I think that was such bullshit. Because now I'm realizing that networking and meeting and talking to the right people can bring you so many more new opportunities. So having that skill to just be able to like connect with anyone and show your charm to anyone is such a big thing. So it's really important to be that person that you want to make the person feel comfortable to just start talking with you, because everyone's nervous, right? It's not just you who's nervous. The person you're speaking to is probably also nervous. So you want to make them feel at ease, be a little chill, relax, and snatch up your moment from them. Next lesson I've learned to accept is the world is not fair and no one is made equally. Like, for example, you're going to see a person who has barely worked, and they're on the top making like, let's say 5 million a year. Like, and for example, you and me who are like sitting here, working our ass off, doing whatever it takes to be like a little successful. So, and we're putting all the effort, but we're seeing results, but not relatively as fast as that person who made 5 million for doing nothing. The world isn't fair. And you know what? That's fine, because materialistic things, at least for me, I believe that they don't last forever. So you can have it, enjoy your time, because money moves and it will come down to me someday. So really, the world isn't fair and you don't have to be depressed about it, because it is what it is. You can't change it. Just accept it. Number I can't keep up anymore is you are responsible for healing yourself and people are not responsible for healing your trauma. Although they have caused it to you, it's up to us to get up and move. I don't know about you guys, but I hate being in that victim mindset. Like, shit happens, you work on it, and we move on, because everyone goes through it. So really, no one is coming to save you, and the only person responsible for your healing is yourself. We all have some kind of trauma, but the question is, do you actually really try to heal it yourself? No, because you can be like, oh, I can't get this job because I had trauma from my parents, but no, like, yeah, it's not fair that you were the part of the traumatic experience, whatever you've been through, but what are you doing to not be in it anymore? Because I know it's not fun. I don't know about you guys, but I don't know, being in a trauma state is really not fun. So, like, how are we getting out of it? Like, how are we not in it? I think being street smart is a much bigger asset than being book smart. working hard doesn't always mean success. Like, you could also be street smart and work smart. This is where I bring in the part that I already spoke about, is working on your skills, because then you have tools that will help you work smarter and not harder. Feeling pain and feeling emotions or feeling heartbreak, whatever you want to call it, any kind of pain is not a bad thing, because you are actually actively learning lessons from that pain. So that is only like an asset for you in the future. Problems are not going to seem as big anymore. It's a good thing. It's like a lesson learned, and it only makes me stronger. So pain is good because it makes you stronger. If you're able to figure out anything positive from a negative situation, like if you're able to take anything positive from it, you'll be fine. Like, look at a negative situation and be like, well, at least I am not going through this. This is not as bad, because it could be worse. I'm just an optimistic person. Last advice, I really lost count of all these advices, or last lesson that I've learned in this year is, don't stick to people who don't value your potential. How are you sticking to someone or with someone who really does not value who you are, like who is not willing to meet you at your level? Because I'm putting in all this effort, you are not, so why? I know who you're thinking about, so you're not putting the same amount of effort, girl. They gotta go. Girl, they gotta go. Anyways, I'm done with my makeup look. I wanted to do like 22 lessons I've learned, but honestly, I lost count, so I'm gonna count them later. But you know what? I'm so excited to take these roller pins out, even though they're like so fucked up. But yeah, let me go change, and then we'll take the pins out. Okay, I'll be right back. The most exciting part ever that I've been waiting for since last night is taking my pins out. I hope they're not like knotted in my head. I think they are. Fuck. You gotta like twist it while you take it out. Okay. I thought this would be like an enjoying process, but you know what? It's actually quite painful. Moment of the truth. Wait. Wait. Hey. I just risked myself up. It was worth it. Anyways, I hope you guys liked the video, and I hope you learned from my lessons before I did, and I really wish I knew all these lessons before, but you know what? It's never possible for me to go through it and learn it without actually going through it. So I'm really glad I have these little book of knowledge to share with you guys. So take my lessons as you would and apply it, or experiment with it and go on with your life as is. And so I'm really glad you stayed till here to watch the video, and I will see you in the next video. Don't forget to like, comment, because it helps me so much grow as a baby YouTuber, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. I have to go take my thumbnail pictures now. I love you so much. Okay? You got this. I love you.